Hi, welcome back to Affiliate Offer. Now listen, don't let this year end without you securing your online work account, okay? And today I've got another legit platform that is available worldwide, and you can register today and start working as early as tomorrow morning. No proxy is needed, but in case you have a proxy, you can switch your regions just to explore what tasks are available for other regions, okay? Now, when you click the first link in the description, this is the platform you land on. It is called Aurora Studio by Lionbridge. Okay, creating an account is so easy. Just click on create an account now and start setting up your account. So here is a step-by-step guide on how you can set up your account.
Hi, welcome to Aurora Studio. This video guide will talk through what to expect when you're first starting out, how to use the platform in general, and how to get the most out of it. So you may see a dashboard similar to this after a while. Now when you first create your account you won't see this many tasks, but over time you may receive tasks similar to this. And the main dashboard is split into these main sections, so you've got your available tasks up here. You can see which devices you've added to your account, your task stats, how many you've been invited to, accepted, completed, for example, and some getting started and checklists that you should go through when you first start out. Complete as many of these as you can to get your account set up and boost your experience within the platform. Now at the top here we've got some numbers, and I'll just quickly talk through those. So experience is a key one. So you earn XP every time you complete tasks, whenever you receive positive feedback, and any good behavior on your platform essentially. You can also have experience removed for negative behavior and poor performance, and I'll talk through that a little more in a second. Now XP directly links through to your ranking within the platform, so the more experience you have, the higher your rank. And if we click here, you can see what your precise rank is, currently out of everyone that's registered on the platform. And you can see here, this account is currently in the top 2%, which is pretty good. Now, the higher your rank, the more tasks that you'll be invited to, the more opportunities you'll have to take part in projects. So it's really important to earn as much experience as you can, and keep your ranking as high as possible, and you can keep track of that within your account. And then lastly, we've got credit, so how much credit has been earned from completing tasks, which can be cashed out later, which I'll show you in a second. You can also see your current level within the platform. Again, the higher your level, the more opportunities that you'll receive. Any announcements or news articles will be shown in the top right here, so it's good to keep an eye on that every time you log in. Just check if there's anything new here, and then any notifications, any changes you've made to your account, or tasks that you've completed, for example, will be shown down here. Okay, so you can see there's a couple of red banners right now. Now this is urgent attention is required on these, and the main one is the contributor profile. It's really important to complete this and fill it in with as much detail as possible, especially when you're first starting out. Now you can get to that by clicking here and then going to contributor profile, or you can click on the red banner and it'll take you straight there. Now initially this will be pretty short, so actually this will probably only show you these two steps here when you first start, and this is to ask, what types of tasks would you like to be invited to, what are you interested in doing on this platform. And there's no correct answer here. You can select as many of these as you like, and we've got some descriptions down here. Now, depending on which ones you select, it may open up additional steps. So, for example, if you are also interested in testing games, you can select this option here, and it'll ask you a little bit more about your gamer profile. Do you have any gaming accessories, for example? If you're not interested in testing games and you would only like to participate in maybe AI training tasks, then you can just tick these ones, and any others that apply. Now, this isn't a guarantee that you'll never receive tasks that you've not checked. It just reduces the probability of that. So you may occasionally receive a game test or a survey about a game, but in most cases you won't receive those, and we'll make every effort not to send you those if it's not something you're interested in. So yeah, select which ones that you are that you like. Now, the About You section is really where you can give us permission to capture more information about you. Now, early days, you may not be comfortable and you may not want to share some of this, and that's absolutely fine. We understand that. However, over time, if you'd like to share more with us, this is really for your benefit ultimately. The more we know about you, the more we can match you to projects that have specific requirements that often come from our clients. So for example, if you're happy to share your professional experience background in education with us, you can select the yes here. This will open up those steps which you can then go into and share that additional information with us. Now, this may be a requirement. For example, we may have a project that requires having a degree in a certain field, and so if you've given us this information, we can match you to that project, and we can send you an invitation. If we don't know that about you, then you're most likely going to be skipped, and we'll send the invite to someone that does that we can match them to. So yeah, the more you can share with us, the better. The better for you. We can just send you more projects, but don't feel like you have to share everything straight away. You can always go back into your profile and add more information here. Also, if things change, if your job changes or your location changes, or anything about your circumstances change, it's really good to go in and keep your profile as up to date as possible. And then secondly is languages. This is probably the second most important part of your profile. You can go there by clicking here, by clicking this tab here, or again clicking the banner if you have that. Now, the more languages you can add, the better. So if you speak any other languages, it doesn't matter how good you are. Even if you're just a real beginner, basics, please add it. There will be some projects that we can still match you to and match you with. So you can see here I've added 3 languages, French, German and Polish. Now you can add specific dialects if you wish. So here you can see I've added Canadian French, and you can also add specific proficiencies. So if I click here, you can add specific dialects here and proficiencies here. So please add as much information as you can. And again, if this changes over time, come back into this page and add those steps. Adding a native language is essential. We need to know your main language that you speak and are most fluent in. So you will see the red banner if you've not added a native language. Now you can move one of these and set them as native languages, or you can just go here and add it. So if I add English, for example, and I'm from the UK, so I'll select here, add language, and there we go. Now when you go back to your dashboard and refresh this page, these banners should go. Proficiency. Let's add proficiency. There we go. There we go. Now the banner's gone. Now the profile will, if it's not 100%, you'll see the red banner because that means there's missing steps. You'll need to go into here and complete those. If I select no on all of these, that's now 100%. This will auto save, so you don't need to worry about that saving. Just make sure it says all changes saved before you come off this page. Now when I go to the dashboard, you can see those banners are gone. So no red banners, that's good. That means you're fully set up and you've given us everything that we need to at this stage. Okay, so let's talk about actual tasks. So when you receive an invitation like this, you should get an email. If you have our mobile app installed, which we recommend having, we've got Android and iOS apps available. That will ensure you get a notification when new tasks are sent to you, and you can keep your account updated and keep track of things much easier. So we definitely recommend the apps. Ultimately, you'll then log into your account. You'll view the task to read more information about it. So if I click here, you'll see you'll get a description. You'll get some top line instructions of what the task involves. You'll be able to see what the reward rate is for completing this task, how much experience you'll earn, and the estimated duration, how long roughly we feel it will take to complete this task. This isn't always exact. Sometimes you'll complete it sooner, sometimes it'll be a bit later, but it's just to help give you an idea of how much time you need to put aside. If you're happy with that and you would like to actually take part in the task, then you click here, click accept. We'll then send any additional information to you if required, any step-by-step instructions or guidance that are required to complete the task, and what you need to do next, essentially. And most tasks will be completed within the platform. Whatever you need to do, you'll be moved into the actual task completion screen at that point. Once you accept, you'll be given a timer, and you can see here this is letting you know you have 24 hours to complete this task. After you accept it, that timer will start from the moment you click accept. So please make sure you do have the time to actually complete the task within this time frame. Otherwise it can have negative consequences on your account and actually end up reducing your XP. So yeah, please check that before you accept, and then when you do accept, please make sure you submit all your responses before that timer runs out. So that moves me on to, I just want to talk a little bit more about XP and XP multipliers, and you can view XP multipliers by going here, and you can earn positive or negative multipliers depending on your account activity. So you can see here I've got some small positive multipliers just for interacting with my accounts and being engaged, and also some for submitting great feedback for one of these tasks, so I've got a multiplier there as well. Some will have expiries, some won't expire, so some of these may drop off over time, but you can keep track of that here. And then I've also got some negative multipliers here, so these were for failing a task without giving a valid reason, which is a pretty serious negative action on the account, so you want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Like I mentioned, you can see it's given me quite a hefty negative multiplier. So what we'll do is essentially add up your positive and negative multipliers, and that will ultimately give you a net multiplier, which you can see up here. So this is effectively reducing my total XP that I've earned within the platform by 24%, so quite a lot. But if you try and avoid these and you're mostly positive, you can end up giving your experience a boost and potentially even doubling or tripling the amount of XP that you've actually earned within the platform, which really does have an impact on your ranking. So yeah, this is a good way of keeping track of how you're doing, your general performance within the platform, and where you've received really good ratings for your submissions. Now, you can also earn achievements in your account, so this is great, and we add achievements from time to time, so it's good to check here now and again and see if there's any new achievements you can earn. Some will be relatively easy, like updating your account, for example, and some will happen over time, like completing tasks, especially without failing them, for example. And you can see all of these achievements will earn you additional bonus XP to your account as well, so it has a tangible benefit to your account by earning achievements and keeping tabs of them. You'll be able to keep track of any activity here. Again, this is shown on your dashboard, but you can get the full list here. And if I quickly go into your account, there's a few additional options in here. So you can update your username, you can update your date of birth, update your avatar. There's some account settings if you would like to adjust how often you are emailed about tasks or sent reminders about tasks. You can toggle these here. And maybe you just want to take a pause for a while. Maybe you're going away for a couple of weeks, or you're too busy with life for a few months, and you want to just put a pause on things. You can hibernate your account fully here as well. Now, this won't close your account unless you actually decide you want to close it. You'll just hibernate your account, and this will essentially put a pause on receiving invitations, and then when you're ready to receive project invitations again, you can come back into your account and unhibernate it, and then it'll be as it was before. There's no negative impacts on your account by hibernating. Everyone needs occasionally to put a pause on work. That's fine. And that's how you can do that. If you ever do want to close your account, then you can also do that from this step here. Security will allow you to change your email and add two-factor authentication to your account and things like that. Okay, so that's most of the accounts. Profile is really important. Devices is key. Again, as soon as you can after making your account, add as many devices as you can by clicking here. And whether it's PCs, mobile devices, consoles, VR headsets, anything you have, add it to your account. Again, it helps us match you with projects that require those devices, so the more you can add, the better. You don't have to own this device as long as you've got access to it, and readily available access. Then if you can borrow a device off a family member, for example, relatively easily, it's worth adding it to your account, so then we know, okay, you are available to a specific task that requires that device. And then tasks, you'll be able to view available tasks here, like I mentioned, and task history will show you which tasks you have completed and their status. And any that you failed or you just didn't accept in time, for example, will show you here, and you'll be able to keep track of the reward amounts for each of those tasks here as well. So yeah, this will populate over time, and sometimes it's useful to go back on these and see how you did. If you have received a quality rating, then that'll also show here. That won't happen for every task, but occasionally we do rate feedback quality manually. And you'll see the rating here. Again, that will have an impact on your XP, whether it'll boost it or reduce it depending on the quality of your submission. And then if let's say you've earned some credit in your account and you'd like to pay that out, you can go to your payment portal here and browse the options that are available. Now, we partner with a third party called XTRM, which is our payment processor essentially. This allows us to pay out in any currency in any country in the world. So initially you will cash out in dollars, but once the credit gets transferred to XTRM, you can then pay that out in any currency into any bank account you like essentially. Now there is a minimum there's a minimum checkout amount of $10. That's just due to the fees that incur our side. We do absorb those fees. However, we need to keep the minimum checkout to $10 to ensure that those costs don't get out of hand. However, you can add a $1 amount, so you can add several $10 for example and several $1 if you need to get to a specific amount. Then you can do that. Just make sure that you're checking out over $10. And yeah, that's you'll click on one of these, you'll add it to your cart, you'll check it out, and then generally within a week or two you'll receive an email from XTRM to say the funds have been loaded into your account. You'll then log into the XTRM account and decide, add your bank details and things like that and transfer it that way. Generally your credit should update the moment you submit a task and complete a task. You should instantly and automatically receive the credit. The only exception to that is if it's going through a approval process. Sometimes we need to manually check and approve submissions before credit is issued. Generally that happens within a couple of days, so it's pretty quick normally to receive the credit into your account and you've received a payment for completing that task. You can then save it up if you wish or check it out immediately. It's up to you. We've got some FAQs on payments here, which you can also look at there. That can be quite useful. And generally on support, if you have any questions or you get stuck, for example, you can submit a ticket here and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. We've got some great FAQs here, so common questions. That can be a great place to start, especially in the early days if you want to understand a little bit more about the platform. And if you notice any issues or bugs or problems with the platform, please feel free to submit a bug bounty here. We do reward bonus XP to useful bugs, especially ones we've not heard about before. And if you can share as much detail as possible, maybe attach some screenshots, talk us through the process of how you get to that bug, what the issue is exactly. That'll really help us out, and we're more than happy to provide some XP points to any bug bounties. Yeah, feel free to do that. That would be very helpful. And that's pretty much it. So just bear in mind when you first make your account, it can be slow initially. You may only receive one or two tasks. They may only be surveys, for example. They may only reward you experience. But it is worth putting the time and effort into those because that will give us an indication of your dedication, how much effort you put into tasks like this. And it will impact your experience and ranking within the platform and mean we can send you to more tasks in future. We've got guides down here, hints and tips on how to submit great feedback, how to get recognized essentially within the platform. And we've also got some guides on ratings, when you're more likely to receive good ratings versus bad ratings based on the input and the effort that you make on your tasks. Other than that, keep at it. Be patient, especially in those early days. You will receive invitations over time. When you do, try to pick them up, try to grab them as soon as they come in, have those apps installed, and complete them to the best of your ability. That's the best advice that we can give. The more effort you put in generally, the more you'll get out of the platform over time. Please join us on Discord if you have any questions there. We've got a great team to help answer any questions. But other than that, good luck. Welcome to the team. We look forward to sending you lots of tasks in future. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Join our Telegram group. Link is in the description of this video. If you're earning from any other legit sites, kindly share them in the comment section below so that we can all learn together, okay? If you have more questions, ask in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Until next time, be blessed.